hit record. Again. Once, can't do that again. This last session, Neva, Hong, and Nima, the floor is yours. Thank you so much for presenting and taking the time. I hope everyone's having a great conference. I don't know about the other sessions because I've been here in track 3, but we've been ending fairly early on our end. There is absolutely no pressure to do so, of course. The team here. I will say I do have a hard stop for the conference at 4:30 though. I do have to pick up a baby and a dog from their respective daycares. That dog is very spoiled. Uh, I will leave it to you. The floor is yours.
Great. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Neva Lozada, and on behalf of my colleagues, Dr. Han Gao and Nima Sherpa, we are excited to share with you how we have leveraged data visualization for institutional effectiveness here at Kean University within our Division of Strategic Analytics and Data Illumination. So in spring 2022, the Offices of Institutional Effectiveness, Institutional Research, and Accreditation and Assessment merged into one unified and strategic data division. And Hong, if you could advance to the next slide, please. Great, thank you. So our division strives to provide transparency through data visualization and strategic analytics to support excellence, equity, and research. Our unique teams are determined to create a data-centric culture at Kean, moving from insight to action while fostering institutional success. So on the next slide, this visualizes how SADE has built a data literacy and analytics capacity that empowers our university community to use data to support evidence-based decision-making and improve institutional effectiveness. So looking here at the data visualization cycle, this is the foundation through which SADE is able to democratize data and support institutional stakeholders in moving from insight to action. So throughout our time together this afternoon, my colleagues will exemplify the process shown here through a series of existing SADE dashboards that visualize both historical and current semester data for enrollment projections and predictive modeling, admissions and registration daily tracking and comparisons, subsequent semester enrollment, and course fill rates, showing how democratizing and visualizing such data positively impacts decision-making as well as identifies future trends. So now I'll turn it over to my colleague Hong to discuss how using data visualization supports enrollment forecasting.
Thanks, Neva, and thank all audiences for coming to our presentation. The table in the slide should be familiar to many of the IRs. The state sends the financial assessment and the risk monitoring survey to higher aid institutions every February, and the enrollment projection parts are included in the survey. So in the past, even now, for the new student sections, first time, full-time, first-time, part-time, and full-time transfer, part-time transfer, those are the new students. Those figures for Kean, we usually just receive from the admissions offices. The concern is the continuing, the total. Previously, we used the Excel trend analysis by the academic level, so full-time undergraduate, full-time graduate. However, at such a higher summary level, we are really kind of not very confident. Plus, we are often asked by the provost office to de-aggregate the total by student class levels. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, at master level, doctoral level, so they can plan the courses. And we often ask by the CFO, the budget office, for the student FTEs, so they can plan for the university. And when it comes to budget, we want to be as accurate as we can, as it directly impacts the university planning, and also maybe impact our salary increase, right? So last year, luckily, I attended a workshop at the AIR conference on enrollment forecasting. It was presented by Dr. Chris Orin, The Art and the Science of Enrollment Forecasting. Dr. Orin provides rationales of enrollment projection, looking at the rate of fall-to-fall progressions by class level. I just mentioned can need that, and by student type. So after 1 day of learning, I believed Kean should try the model. So I tested with fall 2022 enrollment projection, and the results were very close to the actuals. And again, so we kind of gained the confidence, and we started to use the model for fall 23 enrollment projection. And again, the results show the model fits Kean. So I'm going to briefly introduce the worksheets that Dr. Orin created and talk about how Kean uses it to satisfy Kean's specific needs. As always, I like to show the result first. So for the fall 2024, from the model, we projected we are going to have 13,970 headcounts and 11,771 FTEs, and all the counts desegregated by the class levels or the degree types. So compared to actual last fall, we expect to see 600 more students in headcount and close to 300 more FTEs. And of course, the model, right? And something we always need our main brain to look at the special situations. So after adjust the FTE, we believe we might hit 12,000. This is the results that looks very simple, but as an IR, we always know there are lots of data behind the models. So I'm going to show you the spreadsheet, the worksheet that Dr. Orin shared with us at the workshop. So it includes 3 sections. The first one is talk about new students. The data sheet is set up, and I just filled in Kean's information. For example, new students for fall 2015. That's the actual. So it's a first timer and new transfers, other returning, that's meaning readmit or stop outs, and look at by the class level or the degree type and come up total. And so we went back to 15, fall 15, that's 9 falls. So all the actual, filled out the numbers, and now come to the projected numbers. The initial model, suppose, look at almost the average, but you can add up the projections or adjustment. For example, if I clear 1, it should change. But as we indicated before, that our the admission office told us, we are going to stay the same, but for the fall 25, we might end up, 1% increase. So of course, they are the subject experts, so we listen to them. So for the fall 24, all the new and other returning, readmit or stop outs stay the same, the number. Okay, that's for the new student section. And the next one is look at the 4 to 4. That's far over there so we can see. 4 to 4 retention or continuing rates. And then at the spring, new income students. So for example, the first one, we talk about 415, right? So we look at the 414. In 414, we had 2,735 students as freshmen. And in 756 remain as freshmen. And 6 of them moved to senior. I believe, they have lots of transfer credits during the first year. So that's why they moved to senior. And then look at the seniors, previous 3,219, and how they progress by each level in 415. And the numbers over here we entered, but the calculation set up in the spreadsheet is look at the percentage, move on to different levels. So we again 9-4, so we filled out all the figures. And now come to the projected here. Right. So because Kean has been emphasized student success for many, many years, and we have a great team that specifically support student retention. And recently we have been seeing the increase of retention rates. So after looking at the history, and we predict for this fall, we are going to have 4.5% increase. So that's how make the predicted percentage continuing rates change. And also we predict in the junior, we are going to have 1%. So it will not just look at the average, it will also add up the increase that we put in the adjustment. So this way we have predicted that's the table here. So we are going to have 13,970. So this table gives us projected the total headcount by class level and degree type. And there is another section, another sheet, because as I talked about, the budget office always interested in to get the FTEs. So we need to look at full-time and part-time. So again, we went back and use this section to calculate the percentage of how many of them end up full-time and how many end up part-time by looking at the actual numbers. Those numbers are real. And these are calculations. So with all those calculations calculated for the past falls, now we come up the predicted from here. So use the prediction, we can disaggregate the headcounts into full-time and part-time, and using the FTE ratio that's also calculated for the history, we can predict how many FTEs we are going to actually have. No, not actually, that's predicted, right? Projection. So that's the projection that we did. And of course, you know, for example, last couple of weeks ago, CFO asked, you know, are you sure we are going to get 600 students more and 300 FTE more? So we need to constantly monitor this enrollment situations, how we have been doing that. We look at the admissions and we look at the registrations. And so it asked me to sign in, but it's okay. I already have the reports open for the admissions. So first, we trying to make sure that we are going to get the new students that admissions, you know, they planned, right? So we have the daily application tracking dashboards. This one is the summary for this fall 2024. As of this morning, 17,274 admitted and 4,409 deposited and 3,676 registered for the classes. And also we have all different type of field at the top. So, you know, the users can view for their interest, constantly monitor the registration and admission, admitted, deposit, and enrolled. Okay. And another one is we have the move to student counts and active deposit. We want to look at a trend, right? And see if there are alerts that we need to pay attention to. For example, by the end of April, the numbers showing we do up in move to students, but we are actually almost 300 students down in active deposits. So that's a big alert to us. And so I reached out to the admission office as well as other offices in enrollment services. And we found out, okay, it was because FAFSA delayed for this fall. So lots of the financial aid packages were not sent by that time. So that alert we kind of cleared. So we still very confident at the our enrollment projection figures. Then if we see by the end of May, okay, now, you know, we see the actual, right? We want to see. So the deposits move up. And in June also, and 8 in July. Yeah. So we are very confident that the new student session will not going to be down if not up, right? That's one of the new student aspect that we daily tracking. And another one is the registration dashboards. Okay, the first one, let's see, okay. This gives the summary. As of this morning again, you know, how many students in, okay. it should be 11. Yeah, all the. So as of this morning, we had 11,800 students enrolled and FTE at 11,400. And by looking at the type, we can see continuing 8,237. And at the new undergraduate and new graduate level, how many enrolled? So that's the summary of these fall's registration information as of today. And another way to make sure that our enrollment projections still in line with the registration information, we look at this day for the previous falls to compare, because in our projection, we predicted we are going to have 600 more, right? So we expected to see 600 more today when compared to last fall. And it looks like yes for today, right? However, there were alerts before. So why it's so? Okay, this is day-to-day trend. We look at, we started the tracking in April 15th and trying to see how many students registered for the courses for the fall. And usually it's the alert that we had, it's in June, you see. At that time, we expect to see more students, right? But in the June, actually, we are down about 200. If we move further, in 17th, we are about 200 more, but we expected to see 600 more. So we come to look deeper to see why. So when we look at the new students, we thought it should be the same, right? But look like at the new student level, we are down 240 students. So again, that's alert. So we come back to the admissions and the registry office trying to figure out why. If that's the case, then we need to go back to our prediction, need to modify the models and share the updated projected figures with the budget office. And it turned out it was, besides the FAFSA delay, financial aid package delay, the Kean started a new practice. That is, we add replacement tests for almost all the new students before they register any classes. And that hindered the new students to register for the fall. So with that alert cleared, we still are very confident with the numbers that we have. And if we move to today, we can see, 700 more. So as we have seen, now we believe both the new students and the continuing students registration are in line with our projections. However, these dashboards although they do provide insights, but basically they're at a summary level without individual student detailed information. And also from our previous tracking experiences, there were always some students they registered, but on various types of holds, for example, financial holds, academic performance holds, and sometimes even library holds. And sometimes these students, they end up withdrawn. The projection for enrollment do, like we see, gave the guidance for course planning, but how can we provide more detailed information for campus to plan and for the supporting teams to be proactive? Mr. Nima Shepard going to present the dashboard that's going to fulfill these needs. I'm going to come back to the.
Thank you, Hong.
Thanks. Yes. And stop sharing.
Sure.
Nima, you're going to share, right?
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, can anyone see my screen here?
Yes, very good.
Cool. All right. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Hong. Again, good afternoon, everyone. In this presentation, I would like to show how Kean University has utilized the Power BI to create a dynamic enrollment and course registration report. So the data presented in this dashboard is live student data from our student information system, and it's updated every morning. However, no identifiable information about the student is presented in the dashboard. So the enrollment report, give me a second here. Cool. All right. So the enrollment report is designed to provide college, department, and schools with a comprehensive snapshot of daily student enrollment for both graduate and undergraduate programs. At its core, the dashboard serves as a powerful tool to monitor and analyze student enrollment by colleges, by status, by hold type, and restrictions, and by admit type. A landing page provides an overview of the enrollment reports for undergraduate students. You can navigate to the graduate enrollment report simply using the tab icon at the top and vice versa. The dashboard is equipped with a range of filters tailored to meet your analytical needs. These filters allow you to segment data by various criteria, such as registration status, colleges, programs, hold type, and etc. Here we have key indicators, total student count, both registered and non-registered, number of students with hold, restricting a class registration, and the percentage of students with a hold. Imagine you are an academic advisor in a college of business. Using our dashboard, you can effortlessly drill down into a specific data points. For instance, you can view the number of enrollments, let's say the non-registered students in a college of business. So this helps you break down the students number by different categories like student status, hold type, and admission types, and a similar case with the registered student as well. One of the standard feature is our drill tool capability here. This feature allows you to seamlessly navigate from a summary data to a detailed student list that match your selected filters. For example, if you want to see a list of students within a college of business who have a specific types of hold, simply click the drill through button and it will instantly access the detailed student list. So within this list, you will find a comprehensive student profile. This profile not only includes the basic information, but also provide insight into a crucial metrics and information such as advisor's name, program details, GPA, enrolled credit for the current term, and the cumulative credits earned. So how do we put this dashboard to work? Our enrollment dashboard or report is designed not only to streamline data access, but also to empower stakeholders with actionable insight into student enrollment dynamics. Whether you are planning your course offerings, monitoring your student progress, or working on enrollment initiatives, this dashboard is your go-to tool. So the next dashboard that I'll be working or showing here is the course registration report. This is a pivotal tool for us that provides a comprehensive insight into course enrollment dynamics at our university. The course registration report serves as a central hub for monitoring course and section enrollment. It offers a critical information such as enrollment capacity, total section offer, total seats available, and waitlist strength. So this report is designed to be used for capacity planning, waitlist management, and performance monitoring, and to evaluate the success of student enrollment, strategies, and interventions over time. So in this table, we have a list of course sections, right? Courses, sections, enrollment, capacity, seats available, field rate, and student on the waitlist, including other fields. In our course registration report, the field rate column plays a vital role by displaying three distinct indicators. The rate icon indicates that the course section is filled out to its maximum capacity. No more enrollments are currently possible. The yellow icon indicates that the course section is nearing its capacity and enrollment is nearly full, and only a few seats remain available. Whereas the green icon indicates that there are still seats available in this course section and students can enroll without any restrictions. The same information in this table is presented in a visual chart right here, showing that the cap icon represents the enrollment capacity for each course sections, whereas the green icon represents the seats available within a course section, and the gray icon represents the field rate, showing how close a course section is reaching to its capacity. So let's say you are an accounting department chair in a college of business, and you are keen to review the course registration report and status for your department. And using this dynamic filters, the table quickly narrows down to the exact information that you are looking for, and this means you can effortlessly access list showing which students are currently waiting for the enrollment in specific courses and sections. For instance, we have a field rate of 100% in this particular course sections, whereas 2 students is waiting on this list. So let's see if there are 3 students waiting for this particular course sections, and once you click on here and drill through this button here, we will reach out to the student profile, students demographics, the programs or major they enroll in, and the cumulative credits they earn so far, whereas the current term regular, active credits they enroll in. So by leveraging our course registration report, we have streamlined the course scheduling and registration process. We ensure students have access to the course they need, minimizing the waitlist frustrations. Also, we align course offerings with the strategic objectives and student demand. So all in all, our course registration report is a powerful tool that supports informed decision making and enhance operational efficiencies within our institution. It's designed to empower stakeholders across the university community with the data they need to navigate course registration process effectively. So together, the enrollment and course registration report are not just the administrative tool. They are critical for us to our mission of delivering a quality education and fostering student success. So with that note, I invite any questions you may have and pass it to my Associate VP, Niva Lozada. Thank you.
Thank you, Nima, and thank you, Hong. I think the important point here across these dashboards is that we want the stakeholders to use the data for their decision making. So as we continue to evolve as a division, SADE will support campus partners in leveraging data to develop a holistic student-centered focus across Kean, to identify opportunities for partnerships across university units and divisions, building and supporting new data visualizations to foster efficiency and innovation. We thank you for your participation today and look forward to answering any questions you may have at this time. I see there's one in the chat already from Chad. So Hong, if you wanted to check out the question from Chad, it's related to, have you considered using any different projection models instead of the one that you shared, or any other forecast models?
Yes, previously we did try a few other models, but usually is at a more aggregated level. For example, at degree seeking, undergraduate, full-time, and part-time, and not as what we like to see at the class level and degree type. For the future work, yes, we are going to evaluate if there are other models that would fit Kean better. So yes, we look at, yeah, we are going to evaluate the model that Chad mentioned, CAGR, or, yes. And I just like to add a comment that we are very thankful for the leadership from our division and Niva, Dr. Niva Lazada. And also I like to convey the credits to all my IR colleagues, Yeji, Ying Wang, and Chuang Chun. And we added financial aid data table to our data warehouse. We also added student accounts information, as well as you just saw all the daily trend and the daily comparison. That's all the efforts that our data team put in, enable all the data that we have the opportunity to get the dashboards done otherwise, And also I'd like to mention that I am more and more involved, not just official reporting that based on frozen data. We also involved in operational reporting. So yeah, if you have any questions, yes, please.
Thanks, Hong. I see another question here from David. Nima, you might want to respond to that. So in terms of the ideas you shared in navigating the Power BI report, are you willing to share a template version so that they can learn from the report itself?
Sure, totally. Just shoot me an email in the PowerPoint, so I will reach out to that. Thank you.
And I might have skipped over the one right before that from Abhishek. Which prediction model did you use to make the projection in the Excel file you showed? And did you upload the Excel file to Power BI or validate any data within Power BI itself?
Currently, no. We haven't got to that point yet. If you look at the worksheet that we have, we look at the historical 9/4 information. Yes, if we can put into Power BI to visualize it, it will be very powerful. And also in Dr. Chris Oren's workshop, he did, develop visualizations based on the historical data, look at the retention program, grades, and it's very powerful, but so far we haven't got to that point. And if we have manpower, we're going to visualize. Probably you can get more insights by looking at the trend rates. Yeah, that's a good question. Yes.
On top of that, I would like to add a couple of points here is that the Hong that you have shown here is your financial projection model, right? It's not a prediction model. I just want to make it clear here to the Abhishek goal. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all very much. It's been an awesome presentation. I
Right.
know I
It's
am.
projection, yes.
Oh, sorry, are you still responding? I think you might be, at least on my end, breaking out, or maybe I'm breaking out. I don't know.
I think she's breaking up a little bit.
Okay, it's not me. That's good. So as I'm recording, I don't want to be the one where the technical failures are, because there's always mandatory technical failures with these things. So I'm trying to keep them small. Hong, do you just want to repeat what you said? I don't know quite when you broke out there, but you did break out a little bit.
You mean use the Power BI to visualize the data behind the projection? That's your question?
Yeah, I think the last response
And
you gave.
then for the question from okay.
There's always one mandatory
Yes.
difficulty. It looks like it's hit you today. The Zoom gods are not favoring you, it seems. That's all right. So are there any other questions?
And yes, we can.
Maybe?
Sorry, maybe I can answer this.
Yes, yes.
Cool. What was the question again, if I correctly remember it?
It's just in the chat.
Okay.
It was the second one, right?
Yes.
Did you upload the Excel file to Power BI or validate any data? Yes, we do. And also the data that we have in the Power BI dashboard, the data come from this information system using the Power BI connector. So, yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your great presentation. I know I will be moving into dashboard development lands, hopefully next week, if I am so lucky, and the IRIE chaos doesn't hit me too hard in the next couple of weeks. So this has been very helpful. So thank you so much. Thank you for presenting. You will see an email from me probably tomorrow morning, just asking for your slides so that I can put them up on the website with the recording, which I can actually stop now.